You wake up after a long and deep sleep. You are ready to start a new day in your life. But, something weird is going on. You are not in your bedroom. And worst part is that your hands and legs seem to be tied on a table you are laying down on, making it impossible to move. You try to convince yourself that you're dreaming. After all, you were in your bedroom just a moment ago. However, that can't be further from the truth. All of a sudden, two figures appear on the room you are, but you get shocked when you take a look at them. They are not humans. But instead, they're Kremlings. You recognize them from the Donkey Kong Country games you love beating over and over again. But what exactly was going on? The two Kremlings look at you and begin laughing at you, while one of them gets close to some type of control operator. You wonder, curious, why the Kremlings are laughing at you. One of them mentions how they're gonna make you pay by what you had done to their king, and how you now won't be able to stop any of the Kremling's future plans. You have no idea why they're doing this to you, and no idea why they mentioned King K. Rool. You try to get their attention, but all you receive is more mockery from their part. Before you can ask them what they were planning to do with you, one of the Kremlings activates the operator. All of a sudden, you can see the ceiling opening partially, revealing nothing more than a big golden belly amore. You recognize it from King K. Rool's. The belly begins to descend upon you, until it is fully placed on your belly. That just weirds you out even more. The Kremlings laugh, and once their job is done, they leave the room, not before mocking you some more, this time calling you quote-unquote majesty for some reason. Anyways, you are left alone once again. You look at King K. Rool's belly armor, now on your stomach. Why did the Kremlings put it on you? You try to escape, but the ropes are too strong for you to break. That is when you least expect it, you hear a voice.
Well, look what I have here.
You look around the bedroom, but there is no one with you.
Oh, don't try looking for me, my boy, afraid that you aren't able to see me. I'm sure your fragile little human mind is looking for an answer right now. Where am I? Who is this rather handsome voice that I hear inside my mind? Ho ho, my boy, where are my manners? I am majesty, after all, well, believe or not. I am King K. Rool, you guessed it, the king of the Kremlings. Hehe, nice to meet you, my boy.
You can't believe what you are hearing. King K. Rool was really talking to you inside your mind. This all seemed like some type of sci-fi movie to you.
I'm terribly sorry for my soldiers' manners. They seem to have a grudge against you for killing me so many times in those games of yours. Which, if I'm being entirely fair, I can't really blame them for. After all, they are my servants. They would do anything for me, and I really appreciate how loyal they are to their king. Especially when it comes to bringing me back to life.
You try to explain to K. Rool that you didn't mean to actually kill him, as it was all a part of a video game, and that you didn't know any better.
Ho ho, there is no need to worry, my boy. I know. I'm aware it was only a video game for you. You thought there wasn't anything serious behind any of that. Hey, how clueless you were, my boy. However, you're the reason why I lost my physical form, and why my essence is concentrated inside my golden belly. And, you guessed it, that is why my Kremlings brought you here. To my lair. They seem to want you to pay for what you've done to me. All those humiliations, all those deaths, wait for it, turning you into me. That way, I can take over the body of the one who made me lose my physical form and finally come back to life. while they are now me. How thoughtful of my minions. I knew I could count on them to have everything prepared for my return.
You freak out by what King K. Rool just said and you try to break free from the table. K. Rool sees this and can't help but laugh.
Haha, wait a sec, will ya? My boy, you haven't let me finish. You see, my minions are essentially doing this to make you pay for what you've done. They want you to be assimilated into me, essentially vanishing you from existence, but I believe that is taking it too far. After all, it is true that you did not know what you were doing. However, I still need a vessel like you in order to come back to life. What a tricky situation, isn't it, my boy? But don't worry, I will tell you exactly what we are gonna do. You will be turned into me, King K. Rool. There is no need to worry, though. I will make sure to keep you around, but as a spectator only. That way, you'll still exist as my host. You'll see what I see, feel, possess. Just thinking about it makes me want to start taking over your body now. You'll be the great King K. Rool, but I feel it is fair to warn you that I will be the one to steer the wheel for both of us. After all, it is still my body. Well, I believe this is a good compromise for us both. Again, there is no need to worry. As my host, I will take care of you and make sure you're doing okay inside me. Just look at you. Your body is just begging for some change. You might not understand this now, but believe when I tell you that you'll love being me. So with that out of the way, let's not waste any more time, shall we, my boy? Let the process begin.
Shortly after those words, the golden belly armor atop your stomach begins to pulse with an eerie glow, and a strange sensation washes over you. What exactly was about to happen? It starts as a tingling at the point of contact, then spreads rapidly across your entire body. You can feel it, some type green scaly goo seeping out from the armor, creeping over your skin like a living entity. Your first instinct after seeing the goo is to struggle, but the ropes prevent you from doing anything. The goo expands with each passing moment. It really wanted to engulf you in its embrace. It begins to absorb your form, changing it to match that of King K. Rool's own body. Your arms elongate and bulge out massively, becoming massive tree trunks no one would want to mess with. Your skin was being transforming into scaly, reptilian hide. Claws extend from your fingers. They seem to be quite sharp and menacing. Quite perfect for such an intimidating and fearless villain. Your legs follow suit, with muscles bulging beneath the scaly surface as they take on the powerful form of King K. Rool. Your feet become assimilated into the goo, which makes them become much longer, and of course, characteristic of that of a croc, with 3-toed claws coming out of the scaly texture. As you struggle to comprehend any of this, you can sense as the green scaly goo wraps around your body, wraps around your chest and back like if it were a snake. While that happens, you start to feel something inside of you telling you to let it all out and to give in to your pride. This had nothing to do with any sort of mental influence K. Rool wanted to exert over your mind. It had to do more with K. Rool's characteristic body figure, because as you give in, your chest begins to gain massive tons of mass and body fat accumulated since the goo's arrival. The bloaty chest of the Kremling king manifests on your own body. It was so big and cumbersome, you weren't able to see your own Kremling legs or feet anymore. However, you can't help but gasp as you feel an incredibly overwhelming surge of power flowing through all your transformed areas. It was like nothing you had ever experienced up to this point, and it felt nothing short of intoxicating. K. Rool himself chuckles deep within your mind, teasing you. He knows you were secretly enjoying this, even if you were trying as hard as possible to deny it. He is glad to see how well the transformation was going so far, reveling in how after quite some time, King K. Rool is coming back, and there was nothing you could do about it rather than sit back and possibly enjoy. As the transformation progresses, like if it were some type of magic, King K. Rool's iconic red cape and gold bracelets around your wrists materialize around you, billowing outwards with an otherworldly yet charismatic energy only he could have. They wrap around your shoulders and wrists, a symbol of your new soon-to-be-found identity as the ruler of the Kremlings. With your body now larger and more powerful than ever before, the ropes that once bound you to the table strain and snap under the force of your new strength, allowing you to break free with ease. However, the transformation was too advanced to be stopped. After all, only your face was left to be transformed. The green scaly goo continues its relentless advance, covering your mouth and beginning to reshape it into King K. Rool's very large and noticeable snout. It was quite large, and it was filled with sharp crocodile teeth. It felt kinda moisty too. You struggle against the sensation, panicked and terrified by these changes. Yet, King K. Rool's voice echoes in your mind, a soothing presence amidst the end of the transformation. He wants to reassure you that everything will be alright, that this transformation is what is best for both of you. He is so excited to finally come back after so long. You try to resist, to fight against the inevitable, but with each passing moment, your timid resistance only serves to strengthen the grip King K. Rool has over yourself. It felt like K. Rool was hugging you tightly without letting go. Despite that, slowly but surely, even with the incredible profound strength you possessed as K. Rool, your new body begins to feel all numb as you feel a loss of control over your body. K. Rool was taking over. You timidly stand up, getting off the table where the transformation had occurred, and begin to wander around the room you were in, somewhat disoriented, to say the least. You try to get rid of the goo that is trying to cover your eyes with one hand, while the other was in your bloaty belly. But of course, in your current state there was nothing to do. The goo covers your eyes, forming one big, bloodshotted eye on the left, as your vision obscures and you lose control of every part of your body. The transformation procedure was finally over. You are now King K. Rool, the king of the Kremlings. K. Rool had taken control over your body with absolute ease, and now you were his host, his vessel. Lucky for you, however, just as he mentioned earlier, K. Rool was gonna make sure to protect you at any cost, making sure that you, his host, was all comfy as the one and only king of the Kremlings. With a cunning grin, K. Rool stepped forwards to a nearby mirror, embracing the fact that he was finally back. Your vision was now his.
Yes, I'm back. I'm finally back. The great King K. Rool is back on his feet. And it's all thanks to you, my boy, my beautiful host. Told you you wouldn't simply disappear. Look at you right now, look at us. We are so strong, so damn powerful, and so handsome. Hehe, or we can do anything that we want. We are the king of the Kremlings. You hear, my boy? Huh, what's that? You say you're not liking any of this. You wanna come back, ha. Don't lie to me, my boy. You are me now. And I am you now, in a sense. What I am trying to say is that I now know everything about you, and I know that deep inside, you're really digging this. Don't try to lie with an old crock, my boy. You were destined for this. Look. Have you seen your new muscles, your scales, even my smell? That characteristic Kremling odor I can't get enough of. I am showing them off because I know how awesome all of this feels like, my strength. I know you're trying to resist it. Come on, there's absolutely nothing wrong in embracing all of this. I only want what's best for you. I know something that will make you react. Do not panic. I am not planning to mind control or brainwash you. I just want to make sure my body has an enough tight grip on you so you can enjoy it. Yes, nice. You love your new body. And you will do anything to protect it. And that's it. See, it wasn't so hard. Now, how do you feel about your new identity? Awesome. Haha. I knew it. Now that's my boy, and my host. You and I are gonna have a hell of a time together. And who knows, if you prove yourself to be obedient to me, I might let you take the wheel for a tiny bit. Wouldn't that be nice, my boy? Now, let's go back to my throne. My minions don't need to know that I secretly kept you around. Ho ho. Well, they are waiting for us. Let's go. Ho ho.
You get out of the room and sit on your throne while everyone receives you with a grand applause. You're the Kremling's new ruler, and you will do anything for them, as King Rool. And as you sit upon the throne of the ancient temple, you laugh loudly, reveling in the power and glory of your new form. The world may tremble at your feet, but you are King Rool, and nothing can stand in your way now. And that is the end of the story. I am glad that Rool decided to keep you around. After all, you're his host, and of course, you're him now. Rool might have played a bit dirty by making you enjoy his body, but just like he said, you were secretly already enjoying your new identity. Anyway, I am very happy you're enjoying your new life as the king of the Kremlings. I hope someday I'm able to visit you and the Kremlings, and we can have a nice chat together. I'd love to hear more about your new life and situation. We could probably cuddle as well. I always wondered how hugging Rool would feel like. You're very chunky, to say the least. And I have a feeling you will have a King Rool costume ready for me to try on, which out of respect to you, the king of the Kremlings, I would try it on. Until next time, my dear Kremling friend.